Hello, everyone. If it's Thursday, I'm making some jewelry. I just wanted to steal the Meet the Press line. How's it going, everyone? My name is Ty. Go by Hallelujah. And I make stuff. Now, I was trying really hard to have this pendant fully finished and polished out by the end of this stream, or before the stream started. And I seem to have failed, unfortunately. It is what it is. Today, I know I would like to make this into a pendant, so that'll end up happening. I'm debating whether or not I want to polish, I really want this done now so I can post a video and hopefully it'll sell or something. I don't fucking know, but it's pretty. Like, every color is in that. Which is why I just went with, the rainbow look. Wow. I love how it just, it literally looked like an optical illusion there for a second. It was almost like everything just reversed and the opal sucked down into a hole, and that was so cool. Can I do that to my eyes in real life? You know what? Question for another time. Hello, Lindy. How you doing? I guess since I need to polish everything, I might as well get started on this pendant. I'm gonna grab the copper and we will begin. Now, I'm not expecting to need to do anything super insane on this, so it's gonna kind of be an instance of I need to control my, as Sabella would call it, the Moore gene of trying to stuff as muchness into a piece as I possibly can. I won't even try to deny that I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit, Lindy. I hope it's not like that this weekend. Oh, yes. Shit. Lindy, have you ever seen me wear shoes? What, if it's going to rain this weekend? It was a problem last year. It's kind of been a problem this year. Oh, I forgot that I've been working on that project too. This one might not come together. It's making me sad. Hey, Will. Will, look. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Professional is my main motto. You know. These are super planned out. All right. Depends on the weather. Like, I totally understand what you mean on not not vending in this rain. It kills it. Actually, usually last summer on Thursdays I was vending, and on Thursdays just out on the street, and yeah, if the weather's too poor, like, there's just no point in it. I wouldn't have gone out. I don't blame you. I wouldn't have gone out tonight either. Do they get mad at you if you bail on one of the markets because of rain? I am trying to get my framing right. It is not easy. Like, I know some of those markets say that they will like, they'll fine you, or yeah, all sorts of silly things when it comes to people who decide that, there's no point to be there if there's no public being there. Never really made sense to me, but it's like, all the vendors in the world can show out, but if there's nobody there, there's just no point. It's just, I didn't catch that. Let's see, I'm trying to think of that one that, I think it was a bigger event though, like one of the, and it was a multiple day one. I can understand that part. Like, they can't control the weather. I wouldn't begrudge them the lot rent. Especially if you've already paid for like the whole season. Nah. Although something on the paying for a season, when you decide not to show up, should they really be able to, or is it right for them to actually charge someone else for your space? I don't know how their side of it works though, and I know that they're like not really there to make money, so yeah, no, I would be shocked if you are wrong. I mean, of course, I guess we're always playing luck in a way. Because you just need one person to make a purchase too to make it worth being there. It's just, what are the chances? All right, I think I got this. The the way I want it. I do. Cool, and it's gonna, so the bail to this is gonna kind of be hidden too, and I really like that. Just in case, I'm gonna have this bent like that. Definitely sounds more important, Lindy. I should tell Janet about the YouTube channel. She gets a lot of custom stuff, small custom stuff, but she still does a lot with me. You're a nice lady. Meow. What's up, buddy? Huh? Yeah, see, I don't know that I mind them, although I think about it, and being where I started out, you're all good, Iris. Like, I started out with so little and everything was charity, and so like I would almost like to set it up where, because I know there are some homeless people who I see they'll try setting up across the street from the markets or something. I'd almost like to be like, hey, would you mind just walking over to one of those people and be like, hey, here's a spot, it's yours. But I'm not going to begrudge them renting the spot out when I don't show up, because I know they're not operating on a lot of income, and we were most of my stuff comes from online, but still, I wouldn't have gotten started without those markets. I'm with you, though. As long as they don't fine me extra for not showing or fire me over not dealing with rain, I don't care what they do with the spot if I don't show. I figured she was still working. I almost waited another half an hour because, like, I wanted to post this up. I know the how-to video is gonna, or the behind the scenes on how I made this is gonna take me several hours to edit, but have a good one, Lindy. Oh, that poor kitty's out in the rain. Uh-huh. Quite often, actually, Selena. I often work with silver and gold exclusively. I can't show it yet because it's kind of a surprise, but I've also made my own alloys, including like I made an experimental alloy, a gold alloy, using silver, copper, bronze, and gold. So it just depends, but I really do like doing the two-tone silver and gold look on things. I love how that comes across. It's a lot easier to deal with wire wrapping too. Although I'm trying to get myself some more 24 karat gold or the 999 pure gold so that I can do a little bit of inlaying. I only got a little bit of that last one, Selena. I missed about half of that message. I think, actually, in truth, I got about the first 5 words. But yeah, mixed metals look good. Iris, I totally understand. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've finished out a project that I knew was gonna not turn out. Shockingly, I often get those to sell better than the projects that do all turn out. I need to get some more Alexandrite minis. Selena, a year ago, I was horrible with soldering. Actually, let me show you something real quick, because I don't got it too far away. Be right back. I don't even gotta leave my room for this. So this is the 3rd ring that I had ever made, or 2nd ring. My 3rd ring, or 1st ring got destroyed, sadly. Let me grab something to compare it to as well. There we go. So, a year ago, I've done that too. Point of pride. That was the 2nd ring that I ever made. 3 settings, soldered onto some 20 gauge wire, soldered onto a band that I had rolled out. This is a gold ring that I made, and it's by far my best. It's far from my best work, but it turned out all right. I gotta say, the secret to learning soldering. Here's a ring that I'm working on right now. These are. I love doing these rings. The secret to any of it is just doing it a ton and failing. It's okay to fail. Actually, how else are you gonna learn? Iris, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but on my table, I have this. It's a countertop to a sink. I think it's granite, but like they make concrete ones too. Granite, concrete, shit don't catch on fire. Uh-huh. It's a bit heavy, but when you get to doing soldering, Selena, more, just a heads up, when you're trying to solder gold onto silver, it'll often melt into it, which is why I'm planning to try doing more inlaying instead. However, there's another method where you can just basically wire wrap the gold into it. I love how that ends up looking. I'm almost guaranteed to be doing some more of those projects. Like, it would be really awesome to start a movement towards more unique jewelry, which is why I really want to get a hold of like $150,000 diamond and wire wrap it for, Taylor Swift, or I don't care. Somebody who will get a lot of attention, and then boom. All right. I'm going to wrap this the quick way. You get yourself a lead going. And then you just twist. Every so many twists or so, just kind of compress it back down, clamp it. Oh. Wipe out a tray of gemstones. Wait, epoxy that's heat resistant? Really? That's interesting. I could get behind a project like that. Wonder if I could make an epoxy floor mat. Wonder how expensive an epoxy floor mat would be. Projects for another day when I'm not so broke. Had I actually gotten a legitimate offer yesterday, I might be doing today's live stream on our dragon. Huh. Okay. Now, I want to bring my wire back to the main piece. I see I kind of goofed a little bit, but that's all right. You just got to know when you start over, go back, or this is going to be on the back side. I ain't super worried about it. Oh, yeah. Will, tell your better half that I said hello, because I know you're talking with her right now. If it's Thursday, let's meet the press. Sorry. I've been on one about making fun of them today. Right on. Interesting. Sorry. I just realized I was about to lose. She's going to a rare... Oh, yes. Yes. I need those pictures. Absolutely. Oh, thank you so much. Crap. Do you have a stack of my cards? I don't even have a... That's actually... That's how bad it is. I have no business cards. Oh, that is so cool. Sorry, I'm the super nerd. That's like my dream is to make jewelry specifically for Ren Fair stuff. and she is going to have some of, if not the best jewelry there. I know I'm being a little cocky there, but most people doing the cosplay thing, which is super cool, it's just not worth it to them to put in tanzanite into the necklace or use sterling silver. Although I'm starting to wonder if it's cheaper to use sterling than it is to use craft wire. Not that I use craft wire anymore. Huh. Check that out, Iris. I actually am working on a setup for studs, and then this here, which is gonna have this big ol' amethyst up in it. It's where I recommend getting sterling silver from, Selena. It is, but I've had a lot of problems so far. There are a lot of solder joints that are heavy and need some heavy dutiness to them, and it's not there. I might have to start over, which I'm going to be so disappointed. It's that, or if I can manage somehow to solder here, like a plates on there, there. Same with this side. Yeah, square wire is a staple. Plus, the rolling mill pretty much puts that out specifically. Thank you for that thumbs up. Two, three. All right. So this is for a guy to my knowledge, but no, she's a nice old lady. Actually, this is also square wire. I really do use it a lot. That quartz is actually a piece of it, so I like how it's going to have this little spike coming out the front. What saddens me is that I basically cannot do projects like this for new customers anymore, just because of the amount of bad experiences I've had trying to do more affordable level ones. I really got to figure out ways to do more affordable designs quickly. Which, by the way, Will, I've been talking with a local jeweler. They have confirmed to me that I am absolutely on the right track with the printing thing. I just gotta get everything down. But that apparently, actually, I was sad because they told me basically that's how they made all their jewelry. And I was like, you just print out pieces? I don't blame them, though. Or, well, okay, how they make stud earrings specifically. Yeah, they just... Which is kind of cool in a way. You get yourself a parcel. You know all the stones are pretty much the same size, roughly. And you print out the size you need and then solder a post onto the back. It saves you, at a minimum, you go from doing 5 solders down to 1. A bit of sawing. I have a feeling quite a bit of filing. Like, it just cuts the process down. Iris, soon we'll have a video on doing stud earrings, because I basically need to make, what the fuck? Like 300 pairs. Not literally, but I need to make a lot of studs. And I gotta find a way to do it for like no more than $50 a pair in labor. Actually, total. So labor's gotta be 2 hours. I can't do shit in 2 hours. Top chat, that's why. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap the top wire all the way around, in which it's going to become the bottom wire. And then I'm going to have to actually like do the sewing thing where I thread the wire through. But Iris, there's a lot of people that's the way they do the jewelry. I know several vendors who make their own glass cabs like Yvonne does, and then they just take either a blank for the bail or they'll take one of these and they'll just glue it in. I wish this was sterling. It is not. Son of a bitch. I'm not so much worried about cheap as I am worried about durability. It's kind of like when with those lighters where it took me a minute to really grasp that those lighters wouldn't be going into somebody's pocket, and like that was a really foreign concept to me because that's what the lighter case is meant to be done with. Or this pendant that I've been wearing for like 2 years now, it's meant to be worn. I'm gonna wear the fuck out of it. Had I glued it together or something like that, I don't think it would be holding up. And that's my thing with it. Cause like I have no problem using cubic zirconia, moissanite. The only reason I don't is because usually if someone's willing to pay for my time, they're not only willing to, but they want the materials to be quality. Yeah. Oh yeah. Can you imagine that? Like, you just glue something into that ring. Like, this thing's bulky as shit. It's gonna be catching on every. I could use this as a fucking hammer. And then I'm not even like 100% sure that they didn't just glue this thing together. It looks like it's soldered, but is it? Is it really? I agree, Iris. Today's pockets have forgotten that they're pockets. I need electroplating set up. For multiple reasons. Maybe not. Nope, never mind. I just thought how cool it would be to be able to, like, gold or silver plate this. It would cost more to make this in copper and then silver plate it than it would to just make it in freaking silver. For now, at least. I feel like that's probably when you are mass producing a ton of stuff. Although it definitely would be cheaper than making it in gold to gold plate it. So that's something. I actually have 2 mini dependent designs that I plan to give a shot today, Iris. Probably after the stream. I have a feeling they can be made like 15 to 20 of them at a time, maybe. We'll see. What the hell am I hearing out there? Today's stream almost was just started out with me polishing that. I'm so happy with how far I've come on the engraving thing. Oh yeah, speak of moissanite, I found one. It struck me, I had gone through this looking for diamonds. I never went through it all looking for moissanite. I have no idea how much moissanite might be in these. Which announcement possibly next week or the week after, we will be doing a giant giveaway. There's a lot of people who do that. I think it's a really cool thing. And I'm a little jealous because I wish I could afford the faceting setup or somehow acquire the faceting setup. I would definitely be using it. And I feel like several of you know what I would be making D20s with. Tell me making D20s or whatever out of these would not be super dope. Come on. Stop acting like you don't. Heck yes. And then eventually I'll get my little avatar dragon thing. I'll finish making its armor. I've decided it's gonna be all synthetic ruby and cubic zirconia. I am not familiar with that. It's been so long since I've used dice that I've stopped looking at them. Well, use dice on like a daily basis or something. I mean, to be fair, I always keep one nearby just in case. Some of you might be asking yourselves, just in case, why would you need a... I'm just going to let you wonder. Let's see here. All right. Three need to be. Okay. What did I manage to do there? Swirled. Okay, that is definitely interesting. I would try to make one out of silver, but they unfortunately are pretty much like required to be symmetrical to work properly, and well, y'all know. I've switched to one of the figure eight weaves so that I can create kind of a small spider web on the face. An important part of this process, I feel, is also making sure you take the excess time to, I kind of call it sewing, where you thread into the already built pieces. You want to take the extra time to thread every once in a while, this layer to this layer. It keeps it together better. Because if you don't do that, you basically have a wire just twisted around that's been decorated with other wire, but that doesn't change the fact that eventually that can come apart and the rock can fall out. But if you have it all tied together, it doesn't do that. Ooh, but I am not doing that. Yeah, it's definitely getting cut here pretty soon. So I don't want to cover up a bunch of the face of this quartz. So I'm probably going to drop a wire out here shortly, this bottom one. And then I'll drop this one out too. This is actually one of the first easier methods of wrapping that I ever came up with on my own. Because I didn't like those traditional cage wraps where they, I'll make one before the end of this. I always try to keep one on my stand for $5. Out of spite. Let's see here. Where is my quartz? Behind me? I got a lot of quartz specimens all over the place. Meowball, where is it? I know you know. You can't hide it from me. Yeah. That's a little too perfect for it. Ah, that's not a bad piece of tourmaline. Do that. Ow! I do have a couple, and I have some thoughts on what to do with it, but so this here is tourmaline, and I'll use it here in a bit to show the process, although I almost just want to put it away because it is a beautiful growth. But I can't keep every freaking rock that I come across. All right. One. So now I'm going to drop this out by cutting it, set the leftover to the side, and hope I might be able to utilize it for that tourmaline. And then I'm going to make a spiral. I got to say, the grape agate, it feels like I am a wee bit concerned to work with it. But I have a couple ideas on how to work with it at least. It could be used very well in one of my more like legacy level pieces. Or, one of those pendants that you can tell was meant to be a shrine. Before I go too much further, I'm going to do the thing where I thread this in to the last layer so it makes it nice and sturdy. Or sturdier. All right, so now I'm going to close out this piece the same way tie it out. I call it tying it out. I'm not actually tying it though, but I cut it off, little tie. I don't know that that's long enough to use for the tourmaline piece, but I'm going to set it aside anyway because no need to waste copper. I might as well start making make a copper bin to start putting my scrap copper in. If nothing else, I could then melt it down and make little bars of copper or something to sell. Just stamp the Butte, Montana onto it and see what happens. That's genius. I wonder if that would sell. I'm at a point, Iris, where I only use copper in jewelry for like on request because actually this is perfect right here. I have barely been handling this, but you can see up here where I have handled it a little bit more, it's already black. A lot of people don't like having to do upkeep daily. Some people really do like the upkeep, or just like it that color. I understand, I can get behind that, but all right. I'm actually going to snip that. Hmm. I really do need a box for copper. As soon as that box of monsters empty, that's what it's gonna end up for. Okay, I could see that, Iris. See here. I'm shocked that I don't have any. Oh, no. I don't have an example. There we go. There's one. Gonna say. You probably have. All right, so this next part is actually going to be slightly tricky in a way, but not really. It shouldn't be that hard to execute. It's more of just seeing it on the piece that you're creating and knowing how to prepare for it ahead of time. And it's hard to explain how I've done that, but I've got these two wires here and they really hold it in place better. Now, I broke or cut the detail wire off here, let it wrap around. It'll always wrap underneath your wires. And now I'm going to basically tie these together, tie it to this little loop right here, and just do a little bit of another probably swirl, another couple swirls. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to see if I can do it in a way that looks like waves crashing. That part I might not succeed with, but that's okay. Two, three, four. Seven, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, five. I knew this fucking won't. All right. So this is that part where you can see I've got the wires. They're coming up to that swirl, which is the previous layer. And it's the only chance I'm going to have to be able to tie into it. So that is where I'm going to thread through. One. All right. I know one way or the other I'm not going to need quite that much wire, so I'm going to cut that off. The hell? That's what I thought. Sorry about that. I got myself confused. All right. 2. 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2. Iris, you can't solder things onto pearl, I don't believe. Or, like, I could probably test it here, but I'm pretty sure it would F up the pearl pretty bad. Ooh, that could be fun. One of these live streams, we're just going to go and see what rocks can survive a fucking torch. And then maybe what rocks will survive a crucible. I know diamonds and sapphire will survive a crucible. Well, I know, but like, you can't set the pearl and then solder afterwards. Okay, I was gonna say, because the way you had described it doesn't work out very well. At least if pearl is like most stones, which it's not, it's actually organic, so I don't actually know. That really could be a fun experiment. Yes. It's just the way you had described it. You had said set it in silver and then solder half round around the pearl. You couldn't do that. I kind of get the concept of it because I've done similar things, if it's what I'm guessing. Basically use the half round possibly in it as like the bezel. Yeah. I'd figured, but again, this is why the Supreme Court has to argue over the meaning of, a comma in one place over the comma of another type thing. Grammar's a pain in the ass, especially US. All right, I think that does the trick right here. First, I'm going to cut this about here. That about there. Might have to recut that a little. You alright, buddy? Alright. And there's my filigree. It covers up some of the crystal, but not too much. You can definitely see the crystal and its pretty refraction. It's decently sturdy. Though take this piece of half round. And then I'm going to thread it right through here. And right now I'm just making a couple last minute touch-ups so that it gives it some bonus stability. That's really, at this point, the only thing I am worried about. Actually, I'm not worried about it. It's the only thing that I'm wanting to improve. It's fine as it is, but I wanted that bale to be more iron. And now it appears it's about so. Which is why I left that half round there from the beginning instead of cutting it off. Always easier to, like, it may get in the way a little bit, but if you cut it off, then you have to tie it in or tie in a new piece if you need it, and that's gonna add to your bulk. Any way you can cut down on your bulk is gonna be appreciated by the person who wears the jewelry. Boom. And there we have it. That is the finished pendant.
Are you?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, wait, before you leave, I got you one done.
Oh, thanks.
You'll have to polish it, though, because that takes like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Not literally, but you're welcome. Alrighty, so now that I have that done, I did promise that I would show how this is done. And what I meant here, let's see, is this long enough? Not quite. Oh. Do I have something I would rather put into? Perfect. Hey, I'm gonna do a giveaway. Just comment in chat. It may take a minute for it to actually get to you because I just ordered my printer ink. But we're gonna make a pendant real quick and give it away. So this is titanium. Oh, comment and like. We're gonna honor system that. This is known as a titanium or a quartz. It's electroplated quartz, basically. So start out with your wire. And this is as easy as it gets. You twist your wire together. And then you make a little, you do this. You hold it there and you twist. All right. Super complex. So you see how your quartz just kind of, fits right in there. Perfect. Cool. I like how that looks. So, boom. Come around to the back. In the front. And you twist. And you twist. A couple times. And then you fold it so it goes back up. And now you have your wires coming together again. What do you do from here? Well, we're gonna kind of cheat a little bit. Gonna do one twist. There we go. All comes together. I always like to do my bales on everything a little bigger than normal, but that's because I want to make sure that, you know, if you've got a special chain or something. All right. And then this comes around the back. And boom. There's one. And then all right. And then I take this wire and this wire around the back. I cut off excess. And I tie them into the back of the bale. And I'm done. Iris, who's all commented today? Since we're giving away this pendant, and you know they need to be someone who is not commented, chatted. Although if you threw a comment, I'll abide it. There we go. I see no comments. So I have Will, I have Iris, and Selena. Did I remember that name right? Yeah. That's how easy. And I'm telling you, like, they will sell these all day for $20. I see it all the freaking time. And so I make these. Oh, and Lindy. Forgot about Lindy. I don't see Lindy wanting it. If Lindy wins, I'm gonna re-roll and we'll give it to someone else. And I'll hook Lindy up with a gemstone. Because I don't see her wanting this. See, I have my 12-sider. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Iris, you're 1 through 3. Lindy is gonna be 4, 5, and 6. Selena, 7, 8, 9, and Will 10, 11, and 12. I need. There it is. Iris, I'm going to throw this in with your diamond, which will make it out one of these days, I promise. For anyone who was wondering earlier why I keep a random 12-sided die, now you know. All right. My night is now about polishing this. Or more of finishing my polish on this. You're welcome, Iris. This backside is going to look so freaking cool here when I'm done. I am so stoked about this. I mean, I have a feeling it won't get the reception that I would like it to, but it is what it is. Yeah, it doesn't quite show it, but I actually managed to get this to hold down via diamonds holding it down. I then went and added a little extra security to it just in case, but that was a cool little project that I've been battling. Mm-hmm. So the green one. I guess I am on pink. We have that in green. Righty, well. Getting close. The only thing that I feel comfortable with this touching is diamonds. Sapphire is a close second, but even that worries me a little bit. With that said, I do have a lot of diamonds and sapphire in here. And basically, what I'm doing at this moment is I've got parts that are raised and parts that are lower. The lower part I want more matte and rough because my plan is to use liver of sulfur here on my next before my next abrasive, which will turn this black, which will have a cool look in itself. And then I'll polish that, and most of that black will leave, but it'll leave it in the lower spots, giving a great contrast to the mirrored finish of the raised stuff. it took me a minute to figure out that engraving isn't about putting what you want into the metal, but instead you're like in hindsight this seems freaking obvious. You're taking metal away to bring out what your vision is out of the metal. It's like I said, it probably seems obvious when you hear it that way, but like when you never really thought about it or never heard of it before, it's a little kind of like, huh, whole new way of looking at it. And so now I'm just putting that mirror finish where I want that mirror finish. Even though this technically isn't the most abrasive I have. As long as when I'm done with this disc, I'll do the liver of sulfur and the nice thing about these bristle discs is they can get into places that the cone just can't. Okay. Hello. All right. Before I do this, I have to go get the liver of sulfur part done. So I'll be right back because I can't take the camera with, unfortunately. Oh. 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 That hurts. Oh. So, alrighty. And now I return. I think I can be proud of this one. Do a little polishing on the bezel. All right. someday I can't afford. I couldn't afford it right now if I wanted. If I like, I can't afford my normal upkeep that it requires to even keep making jewelry. I think by the end of this week I won't be able to polish anymore. So I think the printer is one thing that I might want so that I can attract more people. But at the same time, I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. I would like to. I have a feeling that it would be helpful in some ways. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely not going to help my passion projects, that's for sure. Because, like, I couldn't 3D print this. I might be able to 3D print the elements, but I don't know. They're just, it wouldn't be the same, and I don't see me doing that. I don't know. I'm going to do a small collection here tonight and tomorrow, actually. Once I'm done with this piece in the stream, I'm going to do a 5-piece set, I think, just to see what the time comes down to on it. And just pray that it comes out where I need it to without, I mean, I don't necessarily want to be printing out stuff, but I gotta find a way to broaden the reach or something. Will, you're the only income I've had in... Oh, no. I had a smaller sale a couple days ago, but except for that, you've basically been my only income. I mean, you saw the notice. Yeah, I know. I know. I've been really depressed about it lately because I don't know how much longer the business is going to be afloat. It's not good to be in a place where you have to rely on miracles to keep your fucking power on. I mean, it's the story of my fucking life. It's why I got into drugs in the... Well, not why, but it really didn't hurt or help me, like, avoid getting into drugs. Like, I'll say this, when I was doing drugs and selling drugs and all that, before I just said, I just want to do drugs all the time, I don't want to deal with everything I just ran. But before that, like, I never missed a rent payment, never missed, like, I made more money flying a fucking sign that said fuck you than I make doing, like, actually working. Which, I'd like just to point that out to anybody who may have told me to go get a job. You are the reason my sign said fuck you. Matter of fact, I've been thinking about going and flying a sign here lately. The only reason I'm not is because I got told once by an old probation officer that I had that I wasn't allowed to do that. You better keep them bills paid to them. You just can't go fly a sign to get the money. Hypocritical pieces of shit. God, this is looking good. What you think has been the problem is why none of my recent pieces have sold, because I've liked them all. I got too weird of a sense of taste. know that's not what it really is. Because that last one had some, like, major attention pour into it. Mm. Oh, there they are. Oh. And you're right, it is becoming more common. I just need... Yeah, my last sunshine disc. Thankfully, I have rags all over, and I can use the old rags. I can cut them up and turn them into cheap versions of this, although you blow through them quick. Like, one rag will maybe do 2 pieces, but it's used and it's already trashed, so it's no big deal. I will be right back. I must treat this to... Yeah. Okay. Now, sunshine disc. Uh-huh. So before this gets to, or my fingerprints on it, I'm going to show the backside first because I am just stoked. I ain't gonna lie, I like the backside of this one more than I liked how the front side turned out. I mean, I like how it turned out, but I think it could have looked better. So, that's the back. You can see the lower part's darker and black. And the heightened part is mirrored. We have blue zircon, diamonds, savorite garnet, yellow diamonds, yellow sapphire, orangish sapphire, red diamonds, garnets, more diamonds. And what is possibly one of the most stunning opals I have on hand. And while I'm on the subject of opals, I got to do a video on it, but I promised someone I'd go over this. So, fire opal. A lot of people don't know this, but fire opal, there is a giant misconception that any opal that has play of color to it is a fire opal, and that's actually not true. So I'm gonna scoop up a couple opal specimens that I've got laying around here and there and elsewhere, and I will discuss the opals. I can't find my super good specimen, so these will have to do. Unfortunately, because I actually have a fire opal that has play of color, and it's super rare to find. It's one that some people might be like, "Wait, you've got?" No, I don't. It's not common, or it's not available. So opals are named by the color of the material without the flash. So you have white, you have fire opal, you have black, and you have semi-black. This is a white opal, or precious opal is another term for that color of white. Now, Ethiopian, apparently it does come in black, but I count all black as being smoked. However, and this is actually a good example, not for sale, but that's black. This is black, but it's also boulder opal. This is semi-black. It's almost gray, and then this is your precious opal. These are fire opals. Now, I have one of these type of opals, which we'll get to here in a minute. This is, we'll talk about this. I love these cosmic opals. They're beautiful. And you would be forgiven for thinking it's a beautiful piece of natural opal. It's actually synthetic, including the matrix. Fire opal is named such because of the color of, let's call it the flesh. Where this does have a slightly orange-yellow color, in that it's more white-ish. So, like, it's not that orange color. Like, that big round one is an organ fire opal. I don't know where all the rest come from. They do have great brilliance, though. I wish I could find my nice one. Like, I don't show it off because it's not for sale, but it is beautiful. And is the prime of, like, what fire opal, in my opinion, is and can be, but I don't see it, which means it's hiding on me, or I plugged it in somewhere, didn't sync it through. I know it's around here somewhere. Anyway, I plan on going over all this in a video. I'll show it off then. But I made a promise to someone that I would kind of talk about it a little bit and explain it better. But yes, did that make sense to you, Will, what I just said? That it's the base color of Seto. Oh my gosh, like, this thing looks phenomenal. Okay. Sorry, I just got... I'm glad to hear that. And I know you've seen the other nice one. I've got to break out the progression box. Now I've got to start turning these into hybrids. But here's the collection. We started out with this one quite a while back. The other one sold. Then we did that one. It didn't quite go the way I had hoped. Neither did that puppy. Then there's this one. It did pretty much turn out the way I hoped. I hadn't learned the engraving tricks, though. Like, this is where it gets kind of cool. Those look so dope on the back. Sorry. I know no one really cares all that much, but I'm excited. I think I want to start leaving a border and containing the black better. I think that's probably a good idea, but I'm really digging that. Really digging that. I might even go re-etch this. Nope, there ain't no fixing that. No, it's unfortunately not. That's okay. I'm going to do another one of those here soon. It was cool. It turned out well. Kind of got it. Started figuring it out there. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call this a night. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I know videos will be coming out, but I've got to, I do got to work on some mass production stuff. We'll see if attempt to. We'll see if I can do that and film at the same time. Thankfully, I've been filming the process of this, so if it didn't break when I put it on this time. That might work. Huh. I might actually give that a shot. Finishing it up. Screw it. Can't hurt. So we might get a video of this thing. We'll get some videos. Everyone, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming by, checking out the channel. Is there anything you might be looking for? Have any questions? Either hit me up on the Etsy, it's in our profile, or comment down below. You're all good, Iris. And yeah, please like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot. So I found out, even though that this is in quote unquote Matrix, it's fake. Or not fake, it's man-made. I would not have guessed. Like, that is not how man-made opal flashes. I am shocked. That flash is like Ethiopian or Mexican. Like, that is not the way normal opals. Yeah, anyway. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. I think they got lucky, Iris. We'll catch y'all later. Be safe. Love yourselves. Love one another. Have a good night.